a hike where we are testing out our stoves. I've got an alcohol stove that I used all last summer, and Pa has his...
the cheap one on Amazon.
Okay.
It's called Etekcity.
And it is the one that's comparable to the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. So that is what I got, and we're gonna see what happens when we trial them. Here's the brand new Pocket Rocket 2 with its fuel canister. I will open those up. In the box it came with the stove itself, an instruction manual, this danger thing, don't use it in an enclosed space, and this little container, which I probably won't use for the stove itself. I'll probably, for lightweight packing, I'll probably just wrap this in my bandana and my cook kits. Okay, so this is the first time using it, and so I'm guessing without reading the instructions, because that's how I roll. If I need to, I will. Probably should read the instructions. I'll go home and read the instructions after I trial it. So putting these little guys up. Those are cool. Keep that one out of the way. Okay. That. And this is really ingenious how they made that. That's really cool.
Looks like that'd support a good-sized pot too.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, babe, before you twist it on tight,
Yeah.
make sure the valve is twisted closed.
This guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be to the right, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
How tight will it be? Because you can tighten that in there quite a ways.
I don't know. Hate to strip it out before you get to
I
use
know. That's where I should probably read the instructions. Yeah, and how tight to put that too?
I
Because
think just snug does.
right, finger tight, not. Okay. And now, what? I'll have to have my lighter, huh?
Right, here's one.
Okay. So have the lighter going and then turn the fuel on?
Just crack the fuel, get it where you can hear it.
I hear it. Woo! Okay. Cool. And then I'll just turn it off to... That's so nice! Okay. I like it. We are doing one stove at a time. We're starting with Pa's. What was yours called?
Etekcity. Etekcity.
Okay. And we've got 2 cups of water in this pot. And we just started the timer. And we'll see how long it takes to come to a boil. Anything else you have to say?
No, we'll check it in a couple of minutes to see how we're doing. This is a pie tin that I made into a lid. And this is what I'm super excited about. Haven't tried this mountain house yet.
Yep.
So we'll try that one.
We're on date. This is our version of date. We go to Shields, we buy freeze-dried food, we walk in a mile to a secluded location, and cook our food and relax in hammocks. We've got one hammock just moved out of the way for a moment, but yeah, good stuff.
I got this for my birthday in February and haven't. This is the first. No, we took it out once before. But it came with this little hard storage case, and I'm going to carry it. It's got to weigh almost nothing. There's a gasket where the stove goes onto the canister that I would, if it gets ripped or torn, you'd be in trouble. So for me personally, I'm going to start with carrying it in this and then see. Something else too from what I've read is, unlike the alcohol stove, you want to be careful with windscreens on these, because if it's trapping heat, the pressure in the canisters can get high and possibly blow up. So from what I'm understanding is these stoves, you don't use a windscreen. Maybe if it's way away from the stove, but from what I'm seeing, you don't use them.
Alright, so one less thing to carry, huh?
Bubbles on the bottom. Almost 3 minutes.
Okay.
For 5 minutes, 45 seconds.
5 minutes, 45 seconds, a little bit before. Awesome. Okay.
Sweet and sour pork.
Okay, so we'll take the water from that first stove and put it in his meal. And just for data points, we are right now at about 6,000 feet in elevation. It's about 70 degrees outside. One of the differences we read between Pause and this Pocket Rocket 2 is that the Pocket Rocket does better in higher elevation and in cold weather. So that's something we'll be testing out. That smells good.
It's got freeze-dried pineapple in it.
That's what I'm smelling. We don't usually buy these meals. We usually make our own, so this is just a fun treat. And we figure it's better to try them out when we're close to home and can go home and eat something else if it's gross. Test, we've put 2 cups of water in here on mine, not starting yet. And then my meal calls for 2 3/4 cups, so we put some water in this other thing, but we won't watch to see how fast that one boils because this is our control group. Same pot, different setup.
Different stove.
Okay. I've got a stable and turning on some fuel.
Other way.
Yeah, other way. Hear it? It lit, and you had yours at full blast?
Not quite.
Not quite. Woo! Okay, down from full blast. Sticking it on. Not burning myself like on the alcohol stove.
And then I'll hand you this and I'll start the
timer. Okay. I just made a point. The Pocket Rocket of mine does not have a piezo, which is the little dealie, the little button you push that makes a spark, so you don't have to have a lighter. This cheaper one, how much did you pay for this guy?
It's a birthday present. Like, I just saw it today. It's $13.
$13 for this. And it has a piezo, and the Pocket Rocket does not, and it cost me $44 today. So I'm going to have this Kathmandu curry, and I like this one because it's all real food. It's brown rice, potatoes, carrots, peas, sea salt, garlic, turmeric, and a whole bunch of different herbs. So it doesn't have any weird stuff in it. And I like to eat plant-based, so it doesn't have like animal stuff in it. And for 99 cents, got myself a Cedar Summit. What material is this?
I don't. It's plastic to most people.
Plastic spoon that's going to be lighter than my kitchen spoon I've been using. And I used to have a Cedar Summit, the titanium one, but this part of it was rough. And last year I wasn't drinking enough, so I always had parched lips. And it hurt when I would have parched lips and a rough spoon and taco seasoning in my beans. So I gave that to a kid, and I'm going this way.
I hope that boils fast so this doesn't cool off.
So it is showing some bubbles. Too much going on here. Okay. And what time are we at?
6 minutes, 40 seconds.
6 minutes, 40 seconds, and I can hear it's either boiling or coming up to a boil. Almost. So this is taking longer.
Probably because it just wasn't. Mine was almost full blast. And
yeah, so I wonder, we might have to do this again another time and see.
Or just trust the other thousands of YouTube videos where people do this.
Right. We're not professional scientists. We should have had them both at full blast. Mine was almost at full blast, which is what you said yours was. Let's see if it's there yet. Lid's not coming off as easy. I think I might hear boiling. Oh, almost. Turns out I need to be a little bit more liberal with the opening the gas valve. So it was on not as much as it could have been. So it is boiling now at 9 minutes with the heat on simmer. Okay, trying again. So fuel, it's burning. And get it on there. 2 cups of water in the same pot. This time, woo! That sounds like it's gonna blow up. Is it?
I don't think so.
How loud? How much can I turn that on and have it be okay? What if I like untwist it and the thing comes out and all the fuel comes out? I don't know. Okay, this time it's on full blast. It's so loud. It sounds like a jet engine.
I need to reset my timer real quick.
I'm afraid to turn it up too much, so I'm not gonna turn it up more until I read the instructions. I'm gonna say this sound is why it's called a jet boil. It sounds like a jet getting ready to take off. I think it's boiling, because it's moving all over the place. I can't get the lid off, but it's so hot, the thing turned off. Okay, I'm turning it off. I don't know if it's boiling or not. Oh, it would turn off if I do that. It was totally boiling.
Like less than 2 minutes. Just got to turn the gas on.
Okay, lesson learned. With that newly boiled water, I'm going to make some tea. This is the Tazo brand. It's the orange. And it smells and tastes so delicious. I thought I was going to have to let this thing cool before I put it away, but I mean, it was just way hot
3 minutes ago.
3 minutes ago, and it's cool enough to, I mean, it's barely warm, so that's a nice feature too. And compared to the alcohol stove we did all last year, holy cow, this is easy. I love it. So I'm packing it away, and I put the cap back on because we've heard that you want to make sure that your that your threads don't get messed up. That'd be a sad thing to walk in 20 miles somewhere and have messed up threads and can't cook your dinner. Okay, so we got 2 cups of water. Okay. Fuel, I don't know how much I'm gonna need.
That's probably plenty.
Plenty, but this one's one I can put the lid on and save that fuel. Okay, and I've got my lighter, and I do have a wind thing. Should I use this or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we don't want to start a fire somewhere, and we want to give it every advantage that we can. Okay, because the wind is a little bit of a deal. Okay. Ooh, good. It started first time. Okay. And you got what you got. Like, it's gonna be as hot as it is. There's no turning it up or down on this one. No simmer or full boil or jet fuel. Okay, we'll see how long this takes. Oh, get the lid on there. And you got the timer going, Paul?
Yep.
These instructions are pretty easy. I should have looked at them first. Pretty self-explanatory. So this is noticeably quieter. And it is what time now?
8 minutes 20 seconds.
8 minutes, 20 seconds. At about 7 minutes it was starting to boil, and now it's at a pretty good boil, so that's that. It'll do what you need, but now what I have to do, so let's see, what am I gonna do? Where's my little fire outer thingy right here? It's kind of tricky. So I'm gonna take my water off. And sometimes that can, we had a burnt bandana just from doing that one time. And I'll try to, nope, that didn't work. Oh crap. Try that again. Did it do it? Nope. How come it's still going?
I bet that got it.
Yeah, that got it. Whew. My camera is at 3% battery. So, signing out, I think. Gotta wait a little bit before I can put this guy away because it's hot. And I've got fuel in it still. And I can't screw this on with the gasket. That'll just melt that gasket. So, it does not cool down as fast as the canister stoves for sure. Got a real quick recap on what we learned.
These canister stoves are very convenient. You can do it the old school way with alcohol stoves. Lightweight, I like how here in the desert where we can turn fuel off. You don't have, if you have an accident, you don't have flaming alcohol that spills into the desert. So, the stoves work good.
Another thing that reason I wanted to go to the canister stove is because when it gets cold outside, it's difficult to get your fuel started and takes a long time to cook. So that'll be another perk for these canister ones. So I'm excited. This will be a fun season. Over and out.